So this week, we're not 2, but we're 3.
We're 3 bitches.
Excuse me. I said I told you like what's called. It's 2 bitches and 1 cunt.
Yes,
Okay.
and he's the cunt. Okay.
With a capital K.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm Jen.
I'm Julie.
And I'm Kenyatta, the special guest this week.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to bitch it up. Mm-hmm. Bitches. Bitches.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's not
We're
Tuesday.
ready.
It's
Saturday.
But that's okay.
That's all right.
It's okay.
We're going to eat.
We're gonna eat. She's got some
It's like
What
a
is this?
Eggo waffle shit.
Eggo waffle shit.
Everybody take your shit.
Is this
No,
like,
I
is it
believe
like
me,
a
if I do, that's what I'll be doing
Oh, what
later.
is
If I eat
this?
these.
Oh, there's egg in it.
There's egg and cheese and waffle
Would you put it in the toaster or in the microwave?
in the microwave.
Oh.
All right, we just gotta take a bite. We gotta tell everybody if
Are you
it's
supposed
dog
to
shit.
put it in the toaster?
No, you gotta put it in the microwave. How you gonna put an egg in the toaster?
I don't know.
It's gonna burn
But it smells
up.
like maple in it.
Yeah.
Does that maple syrup in it?
It tastes like Eggo waffle.
It tastes like an Eggo waffle with maple.
No,
It
it's not-
does.
It's not
Mhm.
horrible.
Mm.
No, I went to have McDonald's this morning and it's repeating on me now. So.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean,
Mm.
I wouldn't give it like an A+ or nothing.
No, it's not horrible, but it's not good.
It's not good.
Mm-mm.
Anything frozen Eggo shit is not going to be good.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm sorry. So who's going to bitch first? What do you got today? What do you got this week? I
Oh,
got some stuff to bitch about.
I had a passion party last night.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yep, and I broke a toy.
Oh, Jesus.
You broke a toy?
I broke a toy. It was $100 toy.
I'm
What were
afraid
you
that's
doing
what is
with
it.
It was called the Ghost or something, right? And it was bendy, and you bent it, and it was vibrating, and it was all crazy, right?
What kind of toy do you get this from?
This was a passion party, man.
Now, did you buy anything?
I bought stuff.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she's not doing show and tell.
No, it didn't come yet.
Oh, you had to order it.
Mm-hmm. So that might be another. That's gonna be
That's going to be
two
the
shows away.
It's not going to be the rated G version of
No.
the show.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm.
But I broke it, and everybody's sitting, and they're all like this, and you hear, and I'm like, oh shit!
That doesn't give you a good reputation in the...
Now, where exactly did you put it that it broke?
Yeah, that's
In my hands.
Yeah.
I was just bending it and everything because you're supposed to try things out, see like what you like, you know. So I'm bending it, and it just went. I said, "Oh shit!" I broke the dick.
Moving right along.
Mm-hmm.
Let me talk about, my...
Broke the dick.
I broke the dick.
So moving along.
Moving right along. So my daughter had to do this Romeo and Juliet reenactment thing, like for English and stuff, right? So she
Mhm.
brought props with her, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So she brought a plastic sword, like a dollar store plastic sword, and she had it confiscated
Yeah,
as soon as she walked in the door of the school.
for real.
For real. And she said, no, I'm not trying to kill anybody. It's for English class.
Yeah.
And so they brought it to the English class and locked it up for her so she could use. I'm like, are you serious? And then I remembered when she was in first grade, her friend and her.
Yeah.
Her friend, they made these paper guns, out of paper, a piece of paper. And they got in trouble. They got pulled into the principal's office.
For real.
This is getting out of hand,
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just say, you know what? It's crazy. Is that we try to keep schools safe, and you need to. Because when you think about with bullying and everything like that, and you think you never know if somebody could come in with a gun or come in with something
But my
crazy.
daughter's high honor roll student. She came in with a plastic dollar store sword for English class. Romeo
Dollar
and
store
Juliet.
sword?
Because she had to act out, the whole
Yeah.
thing, and unbelievable.
That's crazy.
I just thought it was unbelievable.
Mhm.
I went to the Golden Mango. I call it the Mushy Mango. It's near Home Depot on Route 9, Wappingers. Okay, it's called the Golden Mango. It's a big fruit store, right?
Rob likes that store.
When you said golden
The
mango,
shit
my mind was
is
somewhere else.
Always mushy.
For
The
real?
fruit, I walk in, and I had to get a couple things, so I'm walking around, and I have my basket, and I'm putting some fruit in, and then I had a hard time finding fruit that wasn't fucking mushy.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, Duran Duran starts playing on the thing, Hungry Like the Wolf, Hungry Like the Wolf, and then I started to get like crazy, and I'm like, the freaking plums were bad, and then I'm like, oh my god, and I only had like one thing in my basket, and I'm like, fuck this, and I threw the basket down, and I left and I snapped and I did another abandoned cart.
Prozac Nation.
I did this is the second or third time I abandoned a cart in the grocery store out of I flipped out.
It's so funny she's talking about Hungry Like a Wolf. And one of my friends yesterday, we went to a party and they did a singing party for FUV.
Yeah.
And they played Hungry Like a Wolf. And for some reason, I just got angry.
Yeah.
And I just started, that's just why I'm hungry like the wolf. And it was just so crazy. And I'm sitting there like, I don't know what it is about that song that makes me angry. But every time I just start and I start snapping, and then the next thing you know, I'm dancing like crazy.
Yeah.
I think about, what was that movie with Farrah Fawcett where she killed her kid, or she tried to shoot her kids, and then she said that there were some guys that came to rob the car, and she shot and they shot up the kids.
Oh, that's the old movie.
It was hers. And what's so funny was, and when she was in the court, the girl was telling that it was her who killed her brothers and sisters.
Did she blame it on Duran Duran?
And then, but he was so funny. When you heard the song, all you heard was, "And I'm hungry like a wolf," and this was her. She's like, and the lawyer's looking at her like, "Bitch, what the fuck is?" They were looking at her, and she's like,
maybe it's like a subliminal message in those lyrics.
All I hear when I hear that song,
it would say
I could close my eyes and I think John Taylor.
I snap. No, I snap. I had my
John
cart
Taylor's a beautiful thing.
with my mushy plums, and I put the mushy plums down. I was like, this isn't worth my time. And I left. I just ran out the store to my car, and Hungry Like the Wolf was in my head.
Did you ever get in line?
For the rest of the day.
It was one thing that I did this week, right? I was buying food for the passion party last night, right?
Oh God, I can only imagine.
I'm still thinking about that bendable dildo. Anyway, go ahead.
Like frozen bananas.
Did you ever get online, right? And not want to charge your food, so you're paying cash, right? I was 32 cents short.
Oh, Jesus.
I had to put something back because I would not.
32 fucking cents.
I was not going to
run back to the car.
And get 32 cents. I was like, fuck that. So I put back the guacamole. And then I had to go back.
For 32 cents?
For 32 cents.
32 cents, that's crazy.
Yep.
A&P?
A&P.
Oh, please.
I hate A&P.
Yeah.
A&P's expensive. I'm sorry.
You know what? Enough for me. It's like, the closest supermarket for me is Pathmark, and everything in Pathmark is always cheap.
I love that.
But you go to A&P, and it's like, I'm paying what for how much?
Pathmark. Wow. We don't have Pathmark anymore.
We have a Pathmark because I live in Harlem, because I came all this way from home, so that's how much I respect this girl, because I know this girl for almost 25 years.
Yes.
But it's so funny is that when you go to Pathmark, I get like $17 and I'll get like 2 rotisserie chickens, some wheat thins, some other shit. And I'm sitting there like, I'm so happy I'm walking out. And I said, some food for the week and this, and I don't pay that much. But you go to A&P, it costs you like $15 just to get some meat.
You gotta sell your soul.
You can't. But no, I know.
Sell your soul for a cookie.
You gotta sell yourself for a fucking cookie in
And
A&P.
Lord knows I've already sold my ass enough. So I said I don't need to sell anything else.
For a cookie. Can I tell you about my push pop obsession?
What?
Let me tell you my little story. When I was like 5 years old, and the other night, first of all, I'm sitting in bed and I hear dink-a-link-a-dink, dink-a-link-a-dink, and I hear the ice cream man, right, from a distance. And I'm like, oh, but every time I hear that, it brings me back to when I was 5, and I almost got run over by the ice cream truck. So I ran when I was 5 I heard the bells going, and I ran, and I skid, and I fell right in front of the truck, and the truck just stopped, right? And I was sweating, and my mother was screaming, whatever. But that day, I remember, because I wanted a push pop. You remember push pops? You know push pops?
Oh, please, I used to love push pops.
Okay, they're orange,
it's like the sherbet, right? And
yes.
Push it up.
So...
At one point, and you were the funny story, at one point they made mango sherbets. But anyway, moving
on.
Yeah.
But that day I got a free push pop because I almost got hit by the truck. So, anyway, so I heard the dink-a-link-a-dink, so something in my mind was like, oh, I'm going to push pop. So now I've been looking all over the county for push pops.
They got them in A&P.
But no, they don't have the normal ones because now they got SpongeBob ones and they're all funky flavors. I don't want that. I want orange push pops.
And raspberry.
So I bought creamsicles.
But I haven't seen push pops.
No, not the original ones. I bought creamsicles, which is similar because it's orange stuff. But I gotta find and I remember there was Fred Flintstone on the wrapper, but I know that's not. They don't have that now. But somebody told me that they do exist somewhere, so I'm still looking for the original push pops. I'm gonna find those push pops and I'm gonna bring them next week.
Yep.
Yes, I am.
We're gonna have push pops next week.
Yes,
you're gonna miss the push pops.
So is it my turn now? Because now you got the two bitches.
Now
you're gonna meet the cunt with the K.
Yeah.
Now listen.
Okay.
I was gonna talk about the man spreading thing, but I'll talk about something else that really got me angry yesterday.
Okay.
So here's the deal. Yesterday I was in the laundromat folding my clothes, and you hear these two girls talk, gossiping and let everybody hear their business. And
of course.
The girl had her daughter with her. So she's talking about this man I guess she's trying to get with, and come to find out she goes around calling the guy this nigga. Oh. So, out of nowhere, the little girl goes around and says, this nigga. I'm sorry. Do you all know when you... Oh, I'm so angry right now. You don't have no idea. Do you understand how it is you teaching your kids how to say the word nigger?
Right. Good.
And the girl look like she's not even 3 years old. And I said, do you even teach her what the word nigger means? Because when a white person goes up to her and calls her a nigger, she's about ready to drop his ass. But now it's like we're saying the thing is like, okay, there's two different ways of saying nigger. Nigger is Nigger, where you're putting down a person with a bland, and there's Nigga, which saying you my friend, you my best friend, you my dog, whatever it is. I say either way you say it's derogatory. Yep. I don't care if it's with the N was the A or ends with the ER, it's still derogatory. And we got to be careful how we say shit in front of kids.
Right.
Because I tell you the other day I was on the train and I was telling you in the car when we were talking about this. On the train just recently, I was sitting down, and this sweet little girl talking to a little white girl talking to her mother, and she's saying, "Mommy, can I ask you a question? What is a cunt?" Okay. And come to find out that the girl, she had a classmate who was acting up, and the teacher told her to stop, and she told the teacher, "Fuck you, cunt."
Ooh, nice.
And I said to myself, I don't understand, as parents, and that's what. And I guess she said, come to find out that the girl. Her father and her mother was getting into a fight, and the father called her the cunt word.
Yep.
And I said to myself, do you understand the words, how much of an impact you call somebody that, especially when you say it in front of a little girl?
Right.
I mean, even saying the word, or a little boy too, even saying the word nigga. I have 5-year-old kids that are walking right by and say, yo, nigga.
Oh my God.
Yeah, little
do you even know what that word means?
They need a smack
on the playground.
And he is smack. I said, oh, please. I said, I said, nowadays, parents, you got to be careful what you say to your fucking kids.
Yep.
Because they're going to say the word nigga, they're going to say the word bitch, and then they're calling you a bitch, calling the mother a bitch or a father a bitch. Yep. And you all think it's funny, and it's like, oh, you just say anything you want, and you don't have to understand the repercussions of the words. Right. You like if you want to call somebody a nigga, this nigga, that nigga, I don't care what you say. It's stupid.
Well, we know in my house, right, that there's mommy words. And you don't use them?
I use the F word in my house is like a staple, but not my kids don't ever say it. I mean, I can't help it. I have just the F-bomb, the F-bomb, the F-bomb, the F-bomb. And they yell at me for cursing, you know what I mean? So, but they know better not to, because I haven't gotten a call from the principal yet, so I think I'm all right.
Yeah, I haven't either.
But I don't, but other
Caitlin knows that everything is mommy word.
Yeah, that's as far as that goes.
Mommy word.
You know what I mean? But no, nobody...
They wanted to do the tip jar for me.
Oh, when you curse, you
gotta put in change or $1, and if you use the fuck word, right, you gotta put a $5 bill. I said, because I'm going to be poor.
See, my mortgage money would be gone at that point.
Yeah.
So.
No, but I said, it's just a sad thing is that, and I said we're laughing, we're making jokes about it, but it's just a sad thing is that we're not teaching kids what the word nigger means.
Right.
And we're certainly not teaching them what calling somebody a bitch or calling somebody a cunt.
Yeah.
What that really means, and that's a really, really offensive word. Even when I hear that C word, I'm sitting there like, I'm sitting there like, the Lowe's message comes up when I say that. But I just say when I say certain words, and even sometimes I'll slip and say the word nigger, and I feel really, really bad because I said, when the older you get, you got to be careful. There's certain things you cannot say that's going to hurt children.
See, now I call myself a white cracker girl all the time, but. I don't know.
You're not a white cracker.
You know what I mean? And if somebody were to call me that, I'd probably be like, well, yeah, I kind of am. But that's not as offensive, I don't think, as any. You know what I'm saying? And it depends on how you're using a word, too. You know, if you're joking around with friends, that's different. But it's not.
Cracker?
I'm a cracker. What?
No, if I came up to you and say, yo, honky, you about ready to stomp my ass. If I come up to a girl and say, Socia! They ready to say, you motherfucker, okay? Fuck you, nigga. I don't know why you call me that. I am not dirty, okay? Thank you. I'm sorry, I tried to do my best Spanish accent, but I sound like I'm like West Indian all over. I just walked a West Indian out. But I said, I remember when we were in Iona one time, and I called this girl, and I thought it was a funny word. I called the girl Sucia, and she was in tears. And I felt so bad.
About bust your ass.
What is that?
If you would, in the Spanish term, it would be calling a woman dirty. Or pretty much you call her a cunt.
Yeah.
If you call it, but that's like an offensive word to say. Like if you, to a guy, the offensive word to say to them is cabrón.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you say that word, you probably get shot to death or get stomped the fuck out of. But I just said I'm careful with the words I say in front of people and say to people.
Gots to be.
Because I said I would never even want to use a derogatory comment, even with that the word nigga. And I said you can call me a nigga, but I said you remember that, say that to my face. You can say it behind my back, say it to my face, and you're gonna get knocked out. And I said you gotta learn.
You know what I heard a lot?
What?
In college, chocha pinga chinga.
What the hell is that?
Well, I know what chocha and pinga means, but chocha is a girl's and pinga is a guy's cock. That's the Spanish term for saying.
Yeah.
For saying pinga. Goo. Anyway.
Right along.
There's another one I want to bitch about today.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, I said I want to talk about the man's... Okay.
It's
now,
man spreading.
Now, I don't know if you can see it from right here, but
no,
now the man... Now, usually a man sits like this. Because when you see a man sits with his... Okay, here it is.
Let's
Sorry,
get rid of this.
Yeah.
Now, if you see... Back it up a little bit.
Yeah, you're good.
Now, here's a person sitting on the train just like this. Like a normal guy would do. You sit, spread your legs, meaning that sometimes you take up some of the seat. So the other day, a guy did that on the, I think it was the F train.
Yeah.
And do you know the cop fined him $50? Gave him $50 for doing that.
$50.
Now
that's a lot of money.
Wait, why? Because he was what?
He was taking up seats.
Oh, he was taking up seats.
Now I have seen bums on the train smelling like piss, taking up the whole seats.
Right, like lady.
Nobody wants to sit next to that.
And I mean, especially when you get on the E train at night. One day I got on this one train, girl.
Oh no!
Now you know if you know something wrong, there's one empty car and 9 cars filled to the brim, and I'm walking right by and I'm like, I'm like,
oh no! That's
and
not
this
good.
guy, he literally he shitted on himself and peed on himself, and he stuck up the whole car. And people are like, and he was a homeless man on the train. But I'm saying, you know, you want to give. I understand you sitting down and just minding your business, and you get a $50 ticket.
No.
And then the other time, there was a woman who was pregnant. She sat on the stairs and on 86th Street in the R line, and she got like I think $100 ticket just for sitting down because she had to rest. Now you mean to tell me is that you can ticket people. You can't ticket people who panhandle. You can't ticket people who do little kids who do the acrobat shit on the train. And when there was one time, this kid almost kicked a kid in the face. And I'm saying, and you mean to tell me that you talking about you can't find people who panhandle, but if someone sits on the street, sitting there minding their business with their legs spread, then you want to find them $50.
Can't you just say, "Excuse me, can you move over?" or something?
Yeah, why can't the cop go up to him and say, "Close your legs"?
Right. Excuse me, can you move over? You're taking up. Okay, then. And then
I mean, if you can see a guy was sitting with his legs crossed, it's either he's refined or how you doing? You know what I mean? But that's how I just don't understand that. And now that's another thing that they're trying to crack down, which I said I do it all the time myself. If I put my bag in the seat, because sometimes I don't want to sit next to people.
Right.
But then I said, you know, I offer the person a seat if you're pregnant or something like that, and I offer them a seat.
If it's a crowded
but I'm saying, you know, if I want to sit and keep my bag over there, instead of putting it on the floor, because sometimes you'll see coffee on the floor. There's been times I've seen somebody actually pissed in the train.
Wow.
Oh, that's
and
lovely.
I said, I'm afraid that's nasty.
I don't go to the shitty a lot because of just
shit
the
like
whole
that
stuff, the whole experience of the city. I don't mind going once in a while, but I could never live there. I really couldn't. I
gotta go for my bands all the time.
I know you do.
Well, see, I'm a city boy, so you see anything and everything. But
you got to go when you got to go. When you're working, you're doing stuff. You can't help it. Let's see. I'm gonna. What else was I gonna? You know, somebody finger fucked my food again at Dunkin' Donuts. I went in. Okay. All right.
Can I use the bathroom for a second? I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's straight and straight. Yep.
I was ordering a bagel. I said a bagel, microwave with butter.
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing you know, he's toasting the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Same Dunkin' down the road from me that I always have the problems at.
Why do you go there?
Because it's close. Okay. So anyway. Okay. I always give them a chance. But anyway, so I go, "Oh, you're toasting. I don't want to toast it." And he goes, "Oh, well, the toaster doesn't work that well anyway, so it's really not that toasted." I'm like, "What?" So he proceeds to take the bagel out and flops it around to show me that it's really not that toasted. And I'm like, well, you're not gonna, I'm like, oh, so you're not gonna give me another bagel. I gotta take that fucking shit no matter what anyway.
And he didn't have the gloves?
You know, honestly, I don't remember. But he's flopping it in the air, and I'm like, so
it's
you're
getting
not...
all the germs.
And I said, so you're not gonna give me another bagel. You're So fuck me then. Who cares?
Yeah.
So I was like,
I came in from finger fuck, intend to fuck me now. So.
Yeah.
This Dunkin' Donuts.
You never know what you're going to get.
I asked for a bagel just warmed in the microwave with butter, right? So all of a sudden he's toasty, and I said, no, I don't want to toast it. And he goes, oh, well, it's really not that toasted. And he takes it out, and he's flopping it around in the air and showing me, see, it's still kind of mushy. It's not toast. And I'm like, really? And I said, so you're not going to give me another bagel, so fuck me. Right? Who cares? So he didn't give me another bagel. He gave me that one.
Did
and
you
I was
eat
like, fuck me. I had to. I had no choice. I left. I was fed up.
You have to eat something better.
Fed up.
You got to go somewhere else.
I don't know. It's down the road.
If he's doing that with the bagel, and you talk about finger fucking, I can imagine what they do behind closed doors with the food.
I don't. It's just not good.
He goes.
No, stop.
Well, wasn't there an instance that they said that there was a guy that was urinating in the coffee, and he was actually ejaculating the coffee, and people were drinking it, and people
that. That's gross.
And then they noticed, they said there was something going on because they saw big pubic hair in the coffee.
No!
And they said, yo, there's a fucking pubic hair, what the fuck? And I said, what is it with people that have do you have hygiene problems?
No, they got issues in the mind.
People got crazy. That's all about it.
But they say that when you serve somebody, you're supposed to wear gloves when you serve somebody.
Oh, yeah.
And even with the Chinese restaurants now, I don't even go to them much anymore because the people that cook, the people that cook, they usually take their hands, dip it in. I says, how do I know if you were scratching your ass or scratching your balls just now, or one girl was fixing her, you know what?
Yeah.
And then I'm saying I could have had something nasty and then I could get something on my mouth or some crappy shit. Just recently they had a guy who bought some chicken and broccoli, and he's eating the chicken and broccoli, and he was like, wait a minute.
Oh no.
And he didn't. And when he looked down and he took to the side, and it was a little mice with the little eyes.
Oh.
And the guy just freaked out, and I said, "Oh."
I'd rather find the mouse than the pubic hair. Okay.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, remember you got the stir fry bag.
I had
you had the hair
in my stir fry.
What from?
I was in
Trader Joe's
stir fry, and I was cooking it up, and there was, believe me, it was not my hair, it was not dog hair, it was foreign hair, okay, and it was not just one hair, it was like it happened like 3 times, and I was like, I'm gonna gag. So I wrote to them. I wrote to Trader Joe's.
Oh yeah, what happened?
I have not heard back yet.
That was like 3 shows ago.
I kept the bag and everything, and I put in the numbers on the back of the bag because I was like, this isn't cool, people. You better wear your hairnets.
Right.
Wear your hairnets.
Right.
You're working with food.
Not Trader Joe's. I was making some spinach salad yesterday, and I looked and I says, the spinach salad looks so good, but then now you're gonna make me check it when I get home to see that hair in it.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you about my weird stalking stuff that's happening. 10:30 that now. First, let me explain what I do. I'm a medium, so I have a haunted house, and I've been in sci-fi and all that crap. So I have my house is. I have a website, so all my info's out there, and my phone number and everything, because it's on my website. Yeah. So I get a text at 10:30 at night. It's like somebody's telling me they have they need an emergency reading. I'm like, what? So I'm thinking, well, I do over the phone, whatever, people pay me from PayPal and whatever the fuck you want to do. And I'm like, well, I really can't do it right now, but we can set up an appointment. And I'm thinking, if this is a real inquiry, they're going to call me, right? But they kept texting instead of calling me. And they were trying to get me to come to Route 9 at 10:30 at night to their house. And I'm like, do you think I'm a freaking fucking crazy person? No. And I'm going to go, like, okay, I have to come, like, I'm going to go running out so I can get killed at 10:30 at night on Route 9. So I thought that was really weird, and I'm like, what are people thinking, honestly? So I said to them, give me a call. Call me right now, and we'll talk about whatever. Give me a call. No, they didn't, because that wasn't a real inquiry. That was crazy.
And
I've had some weird, crazy shit going on in the past, whatever, like weird, like people who, how people friend you on Facebook, and they have one friend?
Yeah. I had that going on, too.
Mutual friends, or they have one mutual friend, and the mutual friend is like some weird business or something, like from local business. So I'm like, and it's like Bob Smith. You know, like some weird,
Like,
and
weird
one profile picture. So I'm like, this isn't real. Are you
No.
crazy? You know,
I
like,
delete.
And
No,
then,
we have. It's so funny. My
It
old
makes you
coworker
wonder.
from KT, he still works there now.
Mhm.
He had a problem. There's a stalker that's going around saying that her daughter, his daughter, I'm sorry,
Mhm.
is her daughter.
Oh,
For real?
that's scary.
And he's like, what?
That's
like,
fucked up.
so it's and his wife. She's like saying, well, what the hell's
Crazy.
going on? Because this woman, delete this woman, she's crazy. They
Mhm.
say, isn't my little girl beautiful? And they're like,
Whoa.
what the fuck is the
I'd be
matter with
like,
you?
911.
Yeah.
I said 911. I said, well, you better delete her and call the cops. They said, this woman is crazy, blah, 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 blah. And I said, either maybe she lost a baby at some point of her life, and then she's talking about she's passing off somebody else's baby as hers.
Right.
But I said, oh my God. I said,
I know
I
this
said, that's
person?
freaky.
That's
You can't say names, but
Yeah.
but
shit.
I
he
do.
works,
Creepy
but he
shit.
works.
Creepy
He's,
alarm.
he's currently at KTU now because he does a weekend shift.
Okay.
But his wife, she's
Yeah.
been getting like a lot of crazy messages from her saying that,
Yeah, it's
you know, this
creepy
is my
shit.
child because he just had a baby, a
Yeah,
beautiful
yeah.
baby girl, and she's like 6 months, and oh my God, she's like,
Oh, I
pick
know.
up, huggable,
I
kissable.
know. I
So
know.
I
Okay,
ran
you know who it
around-
is, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna say it.
I
I'm
know.
like,
We can't say who it
I
is.
ran around the house that night, locking all the windows.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I have 6 dogs, and let me tell you, nobody can get near that house without the dogs going blah 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 blah. So you know what I mean? Because they're my alarm system. Let me
Yeah.
tell you.
She had a lot of dogs.
Besides the alarm, the
Yeah,
regular
I know.
alarm system.
Mm.
But
there's nothing wrong with living with a lot of bitches.
woo,
That's what I would say.
baby.
There's nothing wrong with living with bitches. That's all right.
Mm.
Oh my God. Oh, let me tell you. So you know I have a quickset pool. You know what quickset pool is?
No, I never
It's
heard
like
of
It's
this
a blue
big,
pool.
It's like this big plastic thing, right? And then you inflate the top,
Mhm.
and then you as the water's filling, it goes up and up and up and up
Yeah.
and up. Right?
Mhm.
It's
We
a
call it
quickset
the
pool.
blue pool.
Mm.
Yes, and they're blue.
Mhm.
I've had it with my quickset pools because 2 of the pumps now are broken.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm, you know, you struggle with the fucking quickset pool. You're like sweating like a I don't know what. I'm out, you know, you're out there like struggling while I watch my neighbors from a distance with their fucking in-ground pools.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see, you know, the neighbors with the fucking, you know, private landscapers and shit, and I'm going, what am I doing wrong? And then I start to get angry and bitter because I don't have a regular pool. And then my kids are like, where's the quickset? Why don't we have the pool up? And I'm like, ah! You know, and the pumps are broken again. And the one pump is new, and I'm like, fuck this shit. And then we were trying to do the saltwater pool last year with the salt pump instead of the chlorine pump, and that got
For the
fucked up.
quick step pool?
For the fucking quickset pool. And I'm like, I've had it with this fucking shit. I need to make enough freaking money so I can get some decent shit in my house.
We need a show.
I need something.
Mm-hmm.
Tired.
No, please. I
Tired
said,
of struggling.
see, for me, I said I struggle every day, and I said for me,
Sick and tired.
people will say that now
Sick and
I'm a big
tired.
star, but I said it doesn't really pay much, but hey.
He's an
Struggle to
actor.
do-
He's
yes.
been on every single thing
People think
last season. Every show, Kenyatta was there.
now,
Law and Order and
That's
Elementary and The
That's right.
Blacklist and The Slap and American Odyssey and I can just keep going. I'm gonna be in
Keep
3
going.
movies.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
I can keep going.
Yeah.
With Nurse Jackie, Power, Flesh and Bone. Oh gosh, Girls. I'm gonna be. I was on Younger. I've done the Jim Gaffigan show just last week.
Mhm.
What other shows have I done? I'm gonna be in 3 movies, so you're gonna see me
Yep.
doing Ted 2.
Mhm.
You're gonna see me in another movie called Back in the Day, and then the third one called Urge. It stars Pierce Brosnan, Danny Masterson, and Ashley Green.
now
Yep.
people think
Mhm.
because
And he's going to be in a music video next week.
Oh,
Ah,
tomorrow
see?
actually. Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, and
Mhm.
I'm
Yep.
gonna be in the music video, so you're gonna
That's
you're gonna see
right.
me all over the TV now.
Yeah.
So because you know we're trying to do what we want to do, what we really love to do, and and I'm fucking broke, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm trying, and I do have an opportunity coming up that I hope is going to work out. It has something to do with my house and a pilot and all that fucking crap. And I'm like, please,
Then we're going to
Because
put the show on the pilot.
trying.
Mhm.
We're trying here, right?
Yeah, we're trying.
because
Mhm.
you know, but people think, you know, oh, you have that big house, she's got money. No, I don't, because my house is costing me every fucking dime that I goddamn have, and I'm getting tired and I'm getting cranky. I'm getting cranky. I'm cranky.
At least you have a house. I said, me, I live in a tenement, so I'm okay. You know what I mean?
I'm getting cranky. We're all going to be famous, though, and we're all
Yeah.
going to have so much fucking money, we're not going to know what to do with it, right?
Yep.
Yes, I said, look
That's
at me.
right.
I'm gonna be the next Denzel.
Oh, yes, you
Mhm.
are.
Except,
Mhm.
right, I got...
Tired of my quick set.
Do you know how long it takes to find a fucking plane ticket?
What do you mean? Were you
Okay.
on, like, what are
I
those
was
sites
on
and stuff?
all over the place, right? Trying to get short on a plane ticket to go to Nashville, okay?
It's gotta
You
be-
know how many days it took?
How many?
It took, because I was looking for a certain
the
time,
best
the best
time
deal,
and the deal,
the
right.
best place,
Right,
and
right.
everything. It took 4 days.
Mm.
4 days.
What plane are you using?
We were going out of Stewart, and now we're going out of
Stewart's
Westchester.
expensive, I think.
Yeah,
Because-
why is it so expensive?
Because if there's no, what do you call it, layover or whatever the heck you call it.
No, there was a few layovers.
There was, and it
It was $700.
No,
Yeah.
stop. You
Yeah.
can't do Stewart because it's
Westchester
closed. You can't
was
use that.
like
No, you gotta
300
go
compared to 700.
Either JFK or.
See, for me, I said,
or
I said I'm not a plane rider because I don't
Yeah.
like to ride the plane. But I said I'm gonna eventually see
Mhm.
my friend in next year because I'm going to see him in Portland, Oregon. I'm thinking about taking the bus. But then I said with the JetBlue, I said I'm the kind of person I don't want no layover. I just want to get on one
No, I
plane
just wanna get
and
there.
that's it.
Because
Just get there and that with
I've
my
done the
knuckles to
run.
white.
I've done the run to get to the second plane. You know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
the first plane was late, and they don't give a shit. The other plane don't give a shit.
No.
So I was like sweating and running and panting, and I finally otherwise I would have been sitting there for like God knows how long, waiting for the next, because they don't care. They're not going to wait. If
No.
one plane's late, the other plane,
Yeah,
like,
they don't give a
"Sorry."
crap.
Well, I mean, if they gotta, and it's like with the
Mm.
buses. I said if you miss one bus, even though it's late, they gotta go because they got a scheduled time. They have
That's
to
right.
be there.
Otherwise,
Right.
everybody will be backed up.
But I said for me, I said is that
Mm.
I'm not a plane rider because I said the only way you're gonna get me on a plane unless you give me lots of
We got-
Molly.
Yeah.
Ooh,
We're
you
gonna
don't like
knock
planes?
you out, man. We're gonna throw
I
your
don't
ass
mind.
in the
I don't mind the plane. You have a better chance of dying in a car crash.
That's
Think about it.
Now,
Right?
Then I'm gonna drive with you when we get home.
Better chance of dying in a car. That's right.
But I say like this. I said for me is that I love
Uh-huh.
traveling, but it's always the fact is that of my fear of planes and I don't know what to do.
Wow.
And you talk
Take
about
some
like,
Xanax.
and you talk
Drink some
about
wine.
it takes 4 days to find a plane because nowadays planes are so expensive. You talk about like $800
Mhm.
just to go from round trip and to
Round
and
trip.
from, and sometimes the plane service ain't that great.
Mm-mm.
As
Yeah.
the fact is that I said, what happened to the planes that were like $200 round trip?
Oh,
Now
yeah.
it's like $700, $800, $900. I
That
said,
went
now if you're gonna give me an $800
That-
flight, I
That
expect
was
dinner.
when we were in college.
Well, you know,
I expect dinner. I expect free liquor
Mhm.
because I said, you know, if I'm going to be on the plane,
I end up
my
in coach in the back while listening to the people throwing up in their little bags
Mm-mm.
because of the, it's
Mm-mm.
doing this. Yeah.
You freaking him out even more. He's
No,
never getting out of
it's
plane.
not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not. I laugh at people because I don't get sick from stuff like that. It doesn't make me sick. I went skydiving. You got to try skydiving and get over your fear.
Oh my
I
god.
went skydiving. We're gonna get you to go skydiving.
yeah.
That's a field
I'm
trip.
gonna hook you up to the
Field
thing.
trip.
And the guy had to push me out because I kept hesitating.
Mhm.
And he was like, jump. And I'm like, now, like right now.
Yeah.
But it's tandem, so somebody's on your back, so they're in charge. You don't have to worry.
Okay, and if you notice
Okay.
if you have shit deck, don't blame me, okay?
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's
Because I'll be like,
fun.
just can you imagine me going down the plane? I was like, I can't do it. I'm like, oh
You
shit!
have no choice. You gotta jump.
I wonder
Free
if
fall
you're
is no
if you're-
fun because you
if you're
can't
flo-
breathe because the wind's
Yeah.
so fierce in your face.
if you're just jumping out of plane and then you throw up, right? Where does
Oh,
it go?
It would go up again. It would just splash in your face
Ugh.
because of the wind is so bad. You can't. And if you throw up and your mouth opens, you're gonna have a hard time closing your mouth because it's like they tell you to keep your mouth shut because otherwise the wind is like and like you're like jiggling everything on you that can jiggles because of the wind. You know
My
what I'm
boobs.
saying? Everything. Your legs are like. But then when the chute opens. When the chute opens, it's all good because then you're floating and it's good and it's nice and then you're going down easy. It's just the free fall is bad. Free falling, isn't that a song? Free.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just figured out how to jiggle.
Yeah.
No,
See my-
everything.
see my
No,
lows
it's
left
like
on.
your cheeks go. Everything.
I like
But
this.
it's worth the experience.
How about
Life is all about experience.
how about jumping out of the plane naked?
I've never seen that, but I'm sure it may exist somewhere. I don't know. I would think, right? It would be like a whole event thing. Plane jumping naked day.
Please, if I jump out the plane naked, it'll be like seeing chocolate jello just falling out the
So-
fucking thing.
You know what I hate? So I can't believe the penny saver still exists. Okay?
Yes.
Because it's like thin. There's nothing left
There's
to it.
nothing in
And I don't know
there.
if you've ever seen penny savers, but this
I've
is
seen
sounds
penny
like
savers
local
lots of times.
stuff. There's all
Mhm.
kinds of stuff. But you know what makes me laugh in here? I'm
Mhm.
like scrolling through here, and I see stuff for like divorce, $240 to $550 covers children, etc. Get the fuck out of town. My divorce cost me over $8,000. Then I had to buy his ass out of the house, which cost me almost another $100,000. What the fuck does this mean? Does this mean if you're
wait.
Does this mean
Hold
you're
up.
living in a
Now the
cardboard
customer gonna
box?
come in. How the fuck you gonna buy a man out the house?
Let me tell you, my father owns half of the house. And see, now my personal shit's coming out. So him and my father and him owned it together, correct? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then I had to buy him out. I was working like 3 fucking jobs, so I had to buy him out. So he got that. So here, how is this possible? A divorce costing $240.
Maybe that's if you live
Is
in an
that-
apartment and you go your own way.
And even in an apartment, all right, it's just kids and everything. No, honey, that's not true. Because no, it's not possible. So I don't know what the hell this is about.
Nowadays,
This makes me
on the
laugh.
train,
This
if
is
you,
like a joke.
but you know what? On the train, I've seen if you want a divorce, you can file bankruptcy. It costs you, well, I don't know about $200, but it costs $4.99.
$4.99, bing, bing, bing. Like it's like call now, $4.99, $99.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to say, I want this motherfucker out of my house. I'm gonna pay the $4.99, just let it go. You know what I mean?
That's gotta be if you have absolutely nothing
Mm-hmm.
in your name. That's gotta be if you have like nothing, because it's impossible.
That's for
That's
like two
impossible.
21-year-old kids
That's
being
exactly.
like, I'm
If you-
stupid. I'm going to get married. And 3
then
weeks
2
later,
or 3
fuck off. Get out of my
Yeah,
house.
that's what it's gotta be
Mhm.
about. It can't be anything more than that. Because
Yep.
see, there's some like funny shit in some of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And ads for all kinds of shit, and it makes me laugh. Oh, pool vinyl liner replacements. What about Quickset pools? Anyways, Quickset pool repair.
Yeah.
Do you think they? I hate to ask, but independent savers, do you think they got ads for personals?
No, I don't think they have personals in
They
there.
used to.
They used to.
Long
Get
time
out.
ago.
Really?
Yeah, when I lived in
There's
Yonkers,
some
they
help
had that.
wanteds and stuff.
Yeah, of course. I see how one of says plumbers.
Looking for local talent. No.
Looking for local talent.
Yeah.
Place your ad in Penny Saver now, please.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Mm.
Yeah,
there's some
when they say looking for
shit.
local talent, it's either one or two things: riding the pole or being in a gay porn video. Okay, thank
There
you.
you go. There's some shady shit, SS,
Yeah.
in the Penny Saver these days. I don't
Mhm.
trust that shit.
No.
And $19.99 Infinity for $39.95. That's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
He's been saying my allergies are coming back up. So
That's okay. He's probably allergic to me. I have many dogs, and I have a pig, and I have all kinds of.
but I thought you said you
creatures.
threw the husband out.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
No. I have a mini pig. She's cute.
Yeah, she pooping better?
She's fine. No more
Yeah.
constipation.
Oh,
It's
yeah?
all good now.
You didn't have to pull it out?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
more. Nope.
She had to pull the pig poop out.
That happened once. I don't know what happened. She was constipated, and it was terrible. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I used to work in a veterinary office. I'm all right with stuff like that. Okay, you gotta do what you gotta do, or I would have had like a $300 vet bill. You choose.
How do you pull out pig shit?
You
I
gotta.
don't
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you have pets, and
He's
you have
He's
kids,
gonna faint.
he's gonna.
You know,
faint.
when I have to scoop up my cat shit in the morning, I just
That's
look at
bad
a cat
enough.
named Tiger. It's like the smell of it makes me want to heave.
But you
And
know
it's
what?
like,
Cat shit smells worse than anything because of the food that they eat. Did you know that? There's too much. It's just it's a fact. Like
Mhm.
pig poop doesn't smell that bad
Mhm.
because they're pretty much they're
what do you name your
vegetarians.
pig, by the way?
Isabella.
See, if I had a
Isabella.
pet pig, you know what I would name her?
Mhm.
Either Petunia or
Oh.
Fricka.
Fricka?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of funny
Why fricka?
pig names like Spamela is a
Well, I know
popular
that
one.
what was it? I always loved the name Fricka, and I thought about
Oh.
what was it? The story was it the storybook about the girl named Fricka, and then of course
Oh, yeah.
when you heard about Rose and the Golden Girls, when she had named the pig named Fricka, and what was the other one? Petunia. What was the name?
Petunia.
Brunhilde.
Broomhilda.
Brunhilde. That's what she would call her.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, can you imagine naming your pigs? And it was so funny is that I said I was watching the episode where Rose was writing in her diary, and they thought that she was talking about Blanche and Dorothy, and she's talking. And then when they read the thing, she's saying, "I don't know if the one's not like squealing at night, the other one's belching in my face." and when Blanche looked, says, "Well, you know, you do that, Dorothy, after you had a Denver omelet." And she says, "Oh wait, I wasn't talking about you. I was in the 4-H club. I was talking about my 2 pigs. You wrote about 2 pigs." I said, "That's what I probably do. Talk about my." Well, I said,
Oh
"Yeah,
my
pig
God.
belches in my face, and the other one's doing a loud squealing in bed."
I
Please.
think what's going to happen is when I get older, I think it's going to be me and all my girlfriends living in a big old dilapidated house with a whole bunch of animals is what's going to happen. We're going to be like Grey Gardens. You know Grey Gardens?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
Grey Gardens.
That's going to be me. crazy lady.
So
like,
what happened
around.
with the freezing?
The who?
The freezing.
It's not working yet.
For real?
For real. For fucking real. I have friends that are witches, and so we do these kind of spells and things. So I'm waiting for some to kick in. And these spells have not kicked in yet. So
she
I
froze and boiled and stabbed.
But I did something wrong. I think I didn't quite get it right. Because I was watching.
Not like that, can you?
Because I had like step-by-step stuff she sent me.
You gotta write the shit on the piece of paper and then you go like this on the paper.
Like their name and stuff, and then you gotta bind it though. I don't think I got the binding part right because I watched her thing. She had a step-by-step picture thing, and I think she took like a needle and thread and like really went and crazy with it. And I didn't do that. I just wrapped it in black thread.
So she had
if I gave her a name, would she do it for me?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You let me know.
Yeah.
But the fun part is like checking.
You got a book?
Yeah, you got a book. The fun part is like going back and checking their Facebook profiles to see if it's working.
Yeah.
Because then like if you see something happening, you're like, all right. But lately, I don't know what's up. I have to redo. I'm gonna do a redo. I'm gonna take them out of the freezer and I'm gonna redo. I'm gonna redo it. I gotta
maybe your freezer isn't
I have to put more into it. I think you have to mentally be like really.
Maybe
if I write down a name for you, after the show, can I write down a name for you, for a person?
Yeah.
They say payback's a bitch, and then there's
payback is a bitch. But you know what? I do believe in karma, and I do believe when somebody really screws you over bad, it's a total fucking idiot that stuff does get back to you. It has to because. It does happen, but sometimes it takes a little longer, and I don't.
I don't have patience either.
I don't have the patience.
I want them to fall off,
wait for the
high bridge, and die.
That's right. I want to be there to see it because I'm mean. I'm a bitch. That's why we're two bitches.
Yeah, that's why.
Because we're bitches.
Yeah. And a cunt today.
Yeah.
And a cunt.
He's coming back. Oh, he's gonna be a special guest all the time.
But not all the time. It's probably we'll see. We're
gonna have him on the cell phone, right? And he's just gonna talk.
We gotta do the Skype.
It's good.
We'll do the
We're
Skype.
gonna do Skype.
We're gonna Skype and bitch.
We're gonna have the two computers. He's gonna be our Skype bitch.
Skype.
But I can come by. I said I'd rather come by because I said I like sitting with my bitches.
Yes.
So.
And get rid of this because that's some nasty shit.
So what else you got on there?
I think I talked about the stalking thing. I talked about the penny saver. I didn't quite talk about the crazy bitches who stalk and make themselves look bad and sad. It's just crazy bitches who don't like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got a few of those.
And so they stalk you, and then they pretend to be somebody, or they have a friend stalk you because you block them on Facebook, so they have somebody else do it for you, and then you realize. So I blocked a whole shitload of people this week because I realized that they weren't on my Facebook because they were my friends or I'd met them or whatever, and I'm like, no. And because somebody started to private message me, and I was like, wait a second, and sure enough, it was because I'm like, oh, somebody's having stalking from me. Why?
Don't you love the people that don't like to see you succeed?
Get a life. Right? It's because they're
suck it up, buttercup, because I'm coming.
That's right. Move out of the
way. If I had a penny for every person who always hated on me, because and the funny is that what's weird is that people have used me before and think they've done nothing wrong, and now that I'm doing all right, they want to come back and say, yo, they're trying to like saying, so how do I get on to doing this? I'm saying, first of all. You used me back in the day, and then you want me to help you out?
Get back on that train. Keep on going.
Yep.
Don't be
get on the crazy train and keep going.
Don't be stopping at this station. Nope.
They need to go to Prozac Nation.
Prozac Island. I had a dream. Yeah. Prozac Island.
Did you have it again?
No, but I can't forget Prozac Island. I had a dream, and I was somewhere, and I don't know, on vacation. I'm like, where are we going? And the woman said Prozac Island. And I don't know what the fuck
That's a good island.
And I thought, okay. And I was like,
around here in the city?
No, I Googled it. It doesn't exist, but it should.
It should.
It should. I needs to go to Prozac Island.
Yeah.
That's right.
When I tell people I go to Molly or a Special K Island, I just go to Electric Zoo. So, oops, I'm sorry. Oh, you know what the hell? I might as well name Electric Daisy Carnival too. So there.
So there. So yeah, I don't know, but Prozac Island doesn't exist because I Googled it. It doesn't.
Prozac Island.
Yeah, I don't know what made me dream of that. It was a dream. I had a dream. I don't know why.
So I've been using my candles from our road trip. Okay.
And it working? You have some success coming, right?
I got some success coming.
Say.
And I've been getting, because I got remember when we got the Pay Me candle, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the hell do I do with the Pay Me candle, right? So I got some scratch off tickets, right?
You got scratch off tickets? Did you
win?
win?
I won $2, and then I put it.
Hey, you
put it back in.
You rich bitch.
I
know,
paid
right?
for the candle, right?
Right?
You got the $2.
Exactly. But then I traded it in, right? And then I got $5, and then I traded $5 in, right? And I got $2. And so I put the $2
You gotta
back.
stop when you're ahead.
You know what's a good way of getting
Stop
luck?
when
And I'll
you're
tell
ahead.
people this, and people don't realize
Yeah.
I do this, and I do this all the time. People are like, why do you do that? I pick up a penny.
Mm-hmm.
And if the penny's face up, you get good luck to you.
Oh,
And I'll tell you an
yeah,
example
yeah,
what
the
happened to me
whole-
recently.
Okay.
I was walking, I was picking up a penny the other day, and I was walking down the street, and I see a $20 on the ground. So it's like $20.
Yeah.
So I'm
good.
going to my friend's bar, and I said, give me a drink. Give me
Mhm.
20. He said, you gave me too much money. I'm like, what? It was 20, 40, then 60. I found $60.
Mm.
Then what was so weird, the
60
next
bucks.
day, I was in they had the old Wendy's on 57th Street. So I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm stepping on something. I thought I was stepping shit. So I'm looking under my feet. And what do I see? A big bag of weed.
A big bag.
Now, what was that song? Bag of weed, bag in the bag of weed. And I said, I love, and I'm sitting there like this. I said, you know what? I don't smoke weed. You know, that is not my style.
You never know what's in it, though. You know what I'm saying?
All I knew it was in it, honey. All I could say is, I was thinking about singing the Brady Bunch theme song.
Oh, what was it? Oh.
Oh, no, what's that song? When it's time to change, you got to rearrange. Then I'm sitting there and I see all the flowers and everything. I said, whoever put this, I got to find this motherfucker and thank him.
Wow.
But I said,
And
it's so
as
funny.
I
Every time I find a
say,
penny on the head, I always get
If
good
it's
luck.
free, it's for me. That's
Yeah.
what my friend says all the time.
If it's
so
free,
you find
it's for
something
me.
on the side of the road, if it's free, it's for me.
Yeah,
What
that's
was
it.
in that box?
Which box? I never looked in the box. The end of my road, down the road, big
Polka
giant,
dot box.
like 4 or 5 foot box, right? With a looked like it had a lid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was made out of cardboard, wood. I don't know. Painted polka dots, big fucking polka dots. Like it looked like a giant, like what are those doodle where the clown jumps out?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the box. It looked like a giant Jack in the box.
Mm-hmm.
It said free on the side. I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm not looking in the box because that's not good. You know, clowns are bad. You know that.
Clowns are scary.
Clowns are fucked
Have you
up.
seen that
Yeah.
movie? What was that movie with it
Polka
had Stephen
Dots?
King?
Stephen
No,
King,
it.
It's
It's
yes,
not funny.
yes.
Not
Mhm.
good. Clowns. And I thought maybe there was midget clowns in that box. You
Midget
know what I'm
clowns.
saying? That's what I'm thinking because it was, you know, like,
Midget
like a whole
clowns
bunch.
in the middle of
Like Walton Road.
Wappingers.
In the middle of Wappingers. So I was like, no. And
Where
people-
the hell
and
would they be coming from with the midget clowns in
I
the
don't
box?
know. It was like a trap. So people on Facebook were like, no, you better go look in that box because there could be a whole bunch of puppies in there. I'm like, stop. No, it's not a whole bunch of fucking puppies. No, it's a trap. It's a trap.
It's a
So
trap
it's
for what?
still there. Because who's going to pull over and pick up a fucking polka dot huge fucking box?
But what's a
But
trap for?
then I'm thinking of things I could use it for. Like I can make a big fucking like for the float for Halloween. I can make it into a big evil Jack in the Box, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it rained and stuff, so now it's you know what I mean. It's been sitting there.
It's still there.
It's still there. I think
You gotta go look at it.
Crank it up.
You gotta go look at it.
There's nothing in it. I can assure you of that.
You don't know that.
I'm sure people. have
Maybe
looked at
there's
it.
dead body.
I don't know.
The last time I looked in the box, I got slapped. Anyway.
You don't want to go looking in things sometimes. Some things are good when they're free,
Mm-hmm.
and other times is not so good. You got to be careful out there. You got to be careful.
I
out
look
there
in
what you pick up.
everything.
You got to be careful. I usually
If I
do.
would have found that
I
box,
usually
right,
do.
I would have been like, this would be me though.
Yeah, look, just kind of
Yeah.
look at a stick,
Mm-hmm.
poke at it.
Yeah,
Yes.
and when you open up, you find a head in there. You're like, ah!
Mm-hmm.
That'd be all right. It's a good Halloween prop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, I do.
It should be
I
interested in that.
I do taxidermy and all that stuff, and I like all
Mhm.
the odd things. You know what I'm saying? And, but
You
no,
want to trade seats right now?
no, honey. Taxidermy is an art. It's an art.
She has
Do you ever
rabbits.
go to the museums? You ever go to like
She dressed them up.
go to the museums? Well, the
The rabbits.
taxidermy. It's an art. You know, it's a craft.
She stuffed the bunnies, right? And
Mhm.
they're hugging, and
they
the
have
one's a
little
boy, and when the one has a little
dresses.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a man from the early 1900s called Walter Potter, and it was called Walter Potter's World of Strange Taxidermy or something like that. Google it up.
Next time he comes, we got to bring him to your house. And we're going to do the show from her house.
You like my house.
She got the haunted doll.
I got to show you. Hang on.
She got the haunted little boy. There's a little boy that lives in the closet in her
See,
attic.
we're on the New York State Haunted Trail. That's right. Look us up.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Yeah.
That's my house. So, yeah, come for a field trip. You'll like it.
We're going to do the bitches show for a field
He's
trip.
like, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're in
You know,
there.
I'm just looking through this house.
Oh, if we brought John and him walking through your house, right? We got to get John. That'd be funny. You and
please.
John.
At night.
Oh, please. If John had his way, he'd fuck his girlfriend in there. Are you kidding me? He wouldn't get scared. He'd be fucking his girlfriend right there. So like, let's fuck her.
Wow, we've been talking we've been talking. Do you know how long we've been talking?
For almost an hour.
49 minutes. Do you know how long it's going to take to fucking upload? I wonder if we're going to hold people's attention for that long time.
We will because he's funny.
Okay.
Oh, you know I am because I'm always funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about we wrap it up?
All right. Till next time. Next time we're going to be on Tuesday. And in 2 weeks, we're doing another road trip.
Road trip.
We're going to go thrifting.
We're going thrifting.
And we might have to go find a hoodoo woman in Poughkeepsie Drugs.
We'll find a hoodoo.
Kenyatta, we'll be back soon.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Oh, you know
for
I'm
coming.
always welcome. I came from the city, so I hopped in my broom and flied right over here.
Flew right on over.